Welcome back, everybody. I was watching kind of like a reply or response video by Torp, talking about that the way to go about doing something about the gig economy in your state. We understand that it's a good thing to watch and hear what's going on in your markets. What are you seeing? Your dealings with the gig economy, because in certain markets, they behave differently. And we know that every market can be different. It's time that people, instead of, they use the word complaining, but it's not complaining, it's about describing their experiences out there when they're working, and they're relaying that information to you. And another driver in a different state who has a channel, they'll relay the information of what they're seeing on a personal level, and maybe people that they know in that little area that they're working in, what they're seeing. I mean, what's going on. Not necessarily you're seeing it in your neck of the woods, is it that, but seeing from different markets, different drivers, so we can get a perspective of what's going on. Some markets are doing better than others. So it's not the same. Just like the gas prices in California is $4.50 right now. But if you go to Louisiana, it's $2.70. Or Alabama or Mississippi. They're in that $2.60 to $2.90 range. Well, others are already at almost $4 or even more. Washington State, up in Seattle, it's more than $4 for gas. And things are very expensive. And the gig economy up there, they had some issues with the legislation that came out. So, yeah, we understand, Torp, I understand that it works in Colorado. But when they try to do some kind of legislation in Seattle, in Washington, it didn't work. And the same thing with New York City, it didn't work. And the type of people that are into your state's legislation branch, how motivated are they going to be to make those changes? In Colorado, they found the right people that they're willing to make some changes. And it happened. Now you might say, you don't know until you try. That's true. But I can give you a little bit of an idea of what's going on in this state. This is my perspective. Anybody else that lives here can give you a whole different story. That's fine. I'm telling you from my recent experiences as well, that they're either going to do something, it's going to be the whole pie or no pie at all. There's no in the middle. I'm using that as a metaphor. And we being in the gig economy, we are perceived as a low class of people because we're doing food delivery. A lot of these states don't think of us as important or something that for them to get really motivated of the issues of the food delivery community. And I'm seeing that on a massive scale in this state. A lot of them just like to get paid and chill back and drink their lemonade and send you excuses so they don't have to do any work. And in those excuses, they'll tell you a different branch to go to. So on top of they don't want to help you out, they want to pass the bucket to another agency That's when you do that and you go to another agency, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to send you an excuse and they're going to send you another bucket to go to a different one. And that's what's going on in this state. So that's why we're not seeing the changes here, because you're on your own. They're lazy, man. They're just lazy. They won't take a case if it's not going to benefit them 100% and make the most out of it. If it's 90%, no, we need 100% or zero. There's no 60%, 70%, 80%. No, they don't want none of that. It's either 100% or zero. They won't get involved at all. That's the type of situation this state is in. So with those odds, how far are you going to get getting something done through a legislation here? So it's like, that's why all these massive layoffs are going on in the system, because a lot of the people, they want to get paid, but not do the work that requires them to do that type of position. And that's why you're seeing these massive layoffs in the system. There you go. And here, big evidence of that on a massive scale. I'll leave it at that. Knowing the conditions of the people that they serve in that state and the people that actually are willing to listen and do some changes. If you don't have those people in your state, you're on your own. That's why every state is different. I'll leave it at that. And I'll catch you guys later.